Sis, God has options, but do you have discernment? Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome to the Becoming Diaries, where I'm becoming and learning to find soft landings with God. Hi, how are you? Hey, so, um, welcome back to Soft Landings. Okay. Today we are having a very real, very necessary conversation. We have all heard the saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea. But when you are a woman of faith, looking for a husband, that saying can feel like a headache than a hope. Okay, sister. Okay. The question I get most often is, if I prayed for one man, why is it that I suddenly have 3, 4, or 5 different men showing interest at the same time, right? Is this God testing me? Is this a distraction? How am I supposed to know which one is the one He actually placed in my path? And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I think I'm faced with a dilemma. And the thing is, I remember praying and telling God, I've seen something, in around my surroundings, and I feel like I've seen what wanting, instead of asking for it and saying, God, I'm asking for a husband, or I've seen what it does, because if you want, you go after it, and when you go after it, you don't find one thing that you want, you find counterfeits, and somehow the counterfeits are there to distract you. Now I need someone you have seen. Now after that, I saw men flocking. Okay, they were flocking in, and I couldn't understand. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. And the question came to me, like, whenever you ask for something, why does it happen that you get plenty of it instead of getting that one person? Is God testing your discernment level? Right? So today we are talking about discernment levels, because the truth is, God doesn't just bring you a husband, He brings you an opportunity to exercise the wisdom He's been depositing in you, inside of you. Okay, first, let's debunk a myth. We often think God is playing a game of hide and seek, where He hides your future husband behind a curtain, and you have to guess correctly. That's not how God works. God is a God of clarity. When you see multiple options, it isn't necessarily because God is confused. It's because you are in a school of refinement. If God handed you the perfect man today, would you actually recognize him? Or would you overlook him because you're still attracted to the wrong type? Sometimes God allows different fish to swim by to see if you have moved past the stage of settling. He is building your discernment muscle. Remembering that as we grow, we want to settle for anything and anyone, because we think that the years have gone by. We are being missed by our peers and I don't know, whatever. And God is allowing different fish to swim by to see if you have moved past the stage of settling. So He is building your discernment muscle. Okay, now let's look at the word. In 1 Kings 3 verse 9 says, when Solomon was asked by God what he wanted, he didn't ask for riches or fame. He asked for a discerning heart to govern his people, God's people, and to distinguish between right and wrong. And then in Philippians 1 9 verse 10, 9, what am I saying? 1 verse 9 to 10, Paul prays that our love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best. Do you notice that? Discern what is best, not just what is good, but what is best for your assignment, what is good for you, what aligns with you and your assignment, right? Now, in the discernment level, when we test it, how do you handle the abundance of options when God has given you plenty of fish just to choose one? So now, how do you handle that? 1, you make the peace test. Colossians 3 verse 15 says, you must read that so that you can understand what it says. And then it does the peace of Christ rule in your heart? If you feel anxious, that is not the peace of God. You do the peace test so that you may understand that does the peace of Christ rule in their heart, right? And another thing that you should check is the purpose audit. Amos 3 verse 3, read that. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? If your purpose is to build a kingdom and his purpose is elsewhere, you aren't going to have a soft landing. You see what I did there? Soft landing, yeah. And then another thing is the fruit. They can't fuss about this enough, that you should see by the fruits. You see your person by their fruits. Okay. Galatians 5 verse 22 to 23. Check that out. Don't look at his words, look at the fruit. Does he have self-control? Is he gentle? Look at the fruit. It's similar to a tree. When a tree does not produce anything, what do? You cut it off. Do the same thing. If the person is not producing fruits, you cut them off, because they do not align with you. They do not walk in your purpose. They do not work in your assignment. Okay? So now the question is, the biggest question of all is, can God give you plenty of fish? Plenty of fish, so that you can choose one? He can. Why? Because you are in the refinement stage. You are still being refined by God, right? And when you are in the stages of refinement, God will honestly test your discernment levels, because he is building your discernment muscle. He wants to see that you don't just settle for anyone, but you are able to discern and listen to the Holy Spirit in you to say, this one, a counterfeit. This one, counterfeit. This one, God sent this one. This is the right one. You have to discern, not only with men, your husband or whatever, with everything. You test the spirit. You test it, right? So we have answered the question, can God give you plenty of fish? And yes, God can, for you to choose one. But now you need to be able to discern, so that you can know and not settle for anything less than what God has given you. See, even the story of Solomon, when he asked God what he wanted, he did not ask for anything. For anything that is worldly. He asked for something that aligns with him being king. You need to discern. When people give you problems, when people come to you with problems, you need to be able to discern what is right and what is wrong, right? And hence, he was brave enough to say, God, I don't want anything other than that. Now, in closing, I want you to stop asking, which one should I pick? And start asking, Lord, what level of discernment do I need to see these men as you see them? Right? If God brings a net full of fish, it's not for you to get overwhelmed. It's for you to practice your standard. You don't take every fish out of the water. You stay focused on the one who carries the DNA of your future. If this resonated with you today, comment I am discerning below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check my socials. Until next time, I'll see you in the next entry. Until then, stay soft and let God hold you.